Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Curious about this box? Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, I was very fond of the saying that goes, if you want something done right,
do it
yourself. I love to work on myself. I love to work on myself. But that changed one day. At the beginning of the century, I was a medical sergeant serving with the United States Army in Korea. I was the only medical person for 80 people, both Americans and Koreans, in a place called Yongin. Periodically, I gave classes on health-related subjects, sexually transmitted diseases, first aid. It was after one such class that I was approached by two Korean sergeants. Let's call them Sergeant Park and Sergeant Kim. They approached me and said, we were talking amongst each other, and we came to the conclusion that if there's somebody who can pull this off, it's you. Well, what off, I asked. They proceeded to explain that the Korean Army was sponsoring a speech contest for American soldiers, and every unit was encouraged to bring a participant. I was floored. I was honored. Yes, of course, I'll do it. What is the speech about? Your experience in Korea. That's exactly how they said it. I said, no problem. I have the speech ready in a week or two. They look at each other. They look at me. Sergeant, you're going to need more than a week or two. A speech. It's in Korean. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, my Korean was limited to ordering food and asking for a taxi. How was I supposed to make a speech out of that? We got our heads together, and we came up with a plan. I was going to write the speech, and they were going to translate it and help me with the presentation. So I wrote my speech down, handed it over. They translated and gave it back, written in Korean, which I cannot read either. Luckily for me, Hangul, which is the correct name for the Korean language, is purely phonetic, which means that the same way that it's written is the same way that it is pronounced. Double lucky in my case, because Spanish and Hangul share the same sounds. So I wrote out the sounds, and I memorized the sounds. And Park and Kim proceeded to coach me on the hand gestures, on the facial expressions, so that at least I will seem competent. The day of the speech, I was extremely nervous. Not only was the room full of Koreans, but on the back, all my American friends were there, waiting to watch this train wreck. They wanted to get a laugh out of this. At the end of the speech, the smile on Kim's and Park's face told me that I had made them proud. In a country, in a culture where pride and honor rules the lives of men, I had elevated them in their eyes and their peers. I also learned something else. That was not my speech. Oh, well, yes, it was my speech. And Park's. And Kim's. It belonged to my English professors and my military instructors. To the friends that supported me, to the family that loved me, to my life experience. When I give a speech, I'm never alone. I bring all of that. I bring all of them. I bring all of me to you, the audience. And when I'm done with this speech, I'm taking all of you with me. The box. First place prize.